This is so cool. This is a father and son. They're sitting in the car together. And dad puts on a song, and then they both, this boy is like in a high chair or in a booster chair, I think, with his dad. And they both belt out this song together. Listen close.
And fuss, whatever happens, we've got me.
What close are the pages that
And my shadow scrolling down when you
closer than a miser, all amounts to Liza me.
closer than smart when it clings to LA, closer than Bobby is to JFK. Not a soul can bust this team in two. We stick together like glue when it's sleeping time.
When we ride,
We start to swing.
swing to the sky.
Clocks don't chime.
What a surprise.
This is what dad sings this stuff for a living.
Right.
And his son's in the car all the time with him, so he knows all the songs, but they are like in great harmony, and they're singing this. And Mom posted this,
Oh,
and
of
everybody's
course.
like, this is the coolest thing ever since sliced bread to watch.
And my favorite part of it is the little boy, and he's a little snaggletooth. He's missing his two front teeth, and he is just like eyes closed into it, singing it. And he's singing Frank Sinatra. Like you said,
Yeah.
this music has not been around, anywhere in his lifetime where he would have seen Frank Sinatra, and he knows every word. It's
Isn't that
awesome.
great? And that's because his dad's always singing it.
Yeah.
You know?
And on road trips that they're doing this. They're just finding some of the best music and singing it, making a bond through music, which is so
That
cool.
is just the best.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
My in-laws are on an epic road trip.
Do you think they played any games along the way or sang songs with each other?
No, not at their age.
Really?
There's a point in life that you stop doing that.
I hope when I'm 125 years old, me and my husband are going on a road trip that we're singing to the top of our
For
lungs.
the record, my father-in-law and his wife, Joe, they are not 100 years old.
No.
Just to let you know, Joey would be mad at me if she heard that I even alluded to that. I have not.
Okay.
Just to let you know. But they got in. They're on this epic road trip. They're meeting up with all the family. So they were just down in Florida,
Fun.
where my son lives, and my niece just graduated from college, and so they went down there. So that side of the family was all doing all that kind of stuff. So they just drove up yesterday to spend the week with us. Yeah. And then they're going off to my brother-in-law's house in Virginia and spend another week with him. So they're on an epic road trip right now.
That would be so much fun. Just take a couple of weeks and just drive and just go to places you've either never been before or, like you say, visit family.
They got their little dog in the car. They're going everywhere. It's so cool.
I'm glad the dog doesn't get
They're
sick. 'Cause
so
some,
cool.
Some
Oh,
do.
no, not this one.
Good.
Thinking about epic road trips, Pam's here at 800-447-7234. What about you, Pam?
It was Mount Rushmore. When I was 14, we drove from Indiana to Washington State. We went and saw Old Faithful, did the whole thing, stayed in a cabin, and seeing Mount Rushmore at night with the lights on it, I can still see it. It was the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. I felt so small. I just was in awe, just in absolute awe of it. It's one of my best memories of a trip with just me and my parents.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Oh, I like that. That is so good.
I can't with you.
Liz has no idea what she's missing out on.
I mean, and for breakfast, just look. I'm getting
Listen,
goosies. I'm
okay.
getting goosies because that's so nasty.
See, I became a big guy again. And so I'm really working on, the being healthy and being fit. And so a part of my routine is bone broth. And this is good. It reminds me, excuse me, I'm not supposed to do this.
What, slurp?
No, I mean, isn't it rude to, do this and talk? Anyway, So,
Go ahead, drink it up.
it reminds me of the bouillon cubes my grandmother used to give me as a kid.
Oh, well, that makes me want it more.
Yeah.
Sure. Mm.
Yeah, well, I mean, I have fond memories.
Oh,
We were
your
poor
grandmother.
growing up.
I get
We
that.
had nothing, so bouillon cubes.
Well, we were
Romaine
poor
noodles.
growing up, and I'm still not wanting salmon patties. You know what I'm
So,
saying?
it's Rob and Liz, his radio. David's here, 800-447-7234. What do you say, David?
I'd love to have some of your bone broth.
Oh, yeah, that's good. Bone broth. And I don't know why Liz does not want any, because she would absolutely adore the bone broth.
That's right. She would, yes.
Y'all are nasty. That is gross.
Oh, it's great. It's really good. Why do you do bone broth, David?
That's what our fathers and grandfathers ate. You know, it was a natural thing to do to fix soup and so forth.
But you've never had it yourself.
Yes, I have. It's delicious.
Yeah, it is. Oh, Liz does not know what she's missing out on.
So
I gotta ask: are you one of these people? Because I've seen it, I've heard about it. That suck the bone marrow out of the.
oh, yeah.
It's so nasty.
Oh, I love to do that. I know I don't do it in public.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
I know it's crazy. I just mentioned to Liz, have some. You forgot your breakfast. I am willing to share my bone broth. And she's like, ew. Ugh. Yeah.
I've seen the containers in like our break room, and every time I see it, I'm like, no. And you know who agrees with me? Joanne texted in.
Oh, did she?
Joanne's just said, just like me, nasty. She gave me all kinds of emojis. Some are green faced, and yeah. So I 100%.
Another one where they're getting sick?
Yeah.
Those
yeah,
emojis? I get it.
exactly.
Okay.
Jess said when my Meemaw used to make chicken and pastry, she would use bone broth.
Oh, yeah.
So she would cook the chicken till it fell off the bone, pick the bones clean, and then put the bones into the broth and boil them
Yeah.
until the bones were rubbery.
What, are you okay?
Oh my goodness. Rubbery. Oh no.
I don't go that far, but
no.
and I'm beef. I use beef bone broth.
Well, sure. I
Just
guess
so
it's
you
the
know.
same way, yeah.
Just so you know. Just Amanda's here at 800-447-7234. What's up, Amanda?
I feel like I'm on an audio version of Shark Tank. I'm waiting for you to give the sales pitch for how much you need to borrow to get your cubes out on the market for people to buy.
The bone broth?
That's what it sounds like when you're driving down the road and you're describing it and you're sipping out of the cup and
yeah.
you're talking all this wonderful stuff. I just feel like I'm waiting for Mr. Wonderful to get on and say, I'll let you borrow $1 million.
I wouldn't let you borrow a quarter to buy that stuff.
Oh, come on. It's good stuff.
Wait. Peggy just texted and said, would it make you feel any better, Liz, if you knew that Queen Anne had a steady diet of bone broth?
There you go. See? Now Liz is in.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
So Liz is always sharp. Smartest person on the planet, I think. She's just
Hardly.
always she's there. And so for some reason, Liz just was not present just a moment ago. It was like there was a big distraction. I don't know. I couldn't tell what it
My
was.
physical body was here.
Yeah, but she kind of, okay, so it starts with this. This is a phone call that just happened moments ago, okay? Listen to what the young lady is saying, and then Liz's question to her. Just listen real close, okay? You're sure this is okay, Liz? Your
I am
permission?
fine. I'd make fun of me all day long.
I'm not
good.
making fun of you.
I'm making fun of me.
No, okay.
As well as you.
No, I'm not.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe. So, okay. This she's getting ready to say this young lady says something. Listen to Liz's question. You'll know she's distracted. Listen real close. Here it comes.
My husband and I went on our honeymoon.
And who did you go on this trip with?
My husband.
She's like, well, I didn't go with a flower girl.
Here, no, I got it. Hold on. Here we go.
My husband and I went on our honeymoon.
Okay, so my husband and I went on our honeymoon. And then Liz goes.
And who did you go on this trip with? I was distracted.
And there's this pause. I love this pause. And then
My husband.
my husband.
Like in the statement of my husband, you hear, do you not listen? And I mean, I would have done the same thing. I just told you. My husband. I was distracted.
She tells us a beautiful story about going to to Grand Canyon and having a beautiful honeymoon with her husband. Beautiful story. Let's ask, who did you go on the trip with?
My husband.
My husband.
I can tell you're not listening to me.
So what's going on? Why distract?
I lost my debit card. No, I didn't lose it. I misplaced it. And so because I had taken it, I don't even know why it wasn't in my pocketbook. But anyway, so I'm like freaking out, and I'm looking through my pocketbook while she's talking, and I'm looking through my wallet. So I was distracted. I brought in a bag of yogurt this morning.
And?
I went and looked in the bag of yogurt. I was like, did I put it in there? No, it was not.
Where is it? Still don't know?
It was in between $2 bills inside my wallet.
Okay.
I had just sort of...
So mystery solved.
So I'm
That's
so
good.
sorry. This is why I was not listening to your conversation.
I love this. It's so good.
My husband and I went on our honeymoon.
And who did you go on this trip with?
My husband.
the guy down the street.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Yeah, Leon has a very cool family. They love superheroes, and evidently they love having a lot of fun. So I think mom and dad decided, okay, we're going to order some superhero costumes. And I mean costumes not just for the two boys, their two sons, but also for themselves.
Oh, mom and dad get involved.
Yes.
I love this.
So they have dressed up like the Spider-Man, family, I guess. They've done, I think, Superman, and then they've also done The Incredibles. So there was Mr. Incredible and Elastigirl and Dash, and the whole family gets involved. So the way it started, because I just don't see mom and dad having a couple of kids and saying, we're always going to dress like superheroes. Leon, who when he was 3 years old, he got a diagnosis from his doctor that he was going to have to start some chemo treatments.
Oh, no.
Yeah, he has leukemia. And so every time he would go to the hospital, he would always say, I don't want to go. I'm going to get an ouchie. And so mom and dad thought, okay, how can we change this?
And they do this superhero thing. That is so cool.
So now, I wouldn't necessarily say he looks forward to going to get those chemo treatments, but at the same time, he looks forward to his entire family getting in those superhero costumes together and making it a little less painful.
To be like Superman and The Incredibles and Spider-Man and the webs and stuff like that. I love this family is there for each other like that.
I do too.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
She wants to parachute on her birthday. Wait to hear this. It's Rob and Liz, his morning crew on his radio. So you might catch how old she is because she was a nurse in the UK during World War II. She decided, since she likes adrenaline and she likes action and danger and all that stuff, that when she turns 100, by golly, she's going to parachute, and she did. She jumped out of a plane.
I love this because if you were to see, her name's Ramonde, and if you were to see her like on the street, she's 100 years old, so you think, oh, what a sweet little old lady, right? You don't realize that she's an adrenaline junkie. Like in her life, she's probably done and seen some amazing things. What better way to celebrate?
Her 100th year? She's like, I got nothing else to lose. Let me just jump out of a plane at 100 years old. What a superhero.
What I think is hilarious is she's like, once she made it back on the ground, she jumped tandem, of course, which means she jumped with someone else. But she got on the ground and said, okay, that was scary. I'll never do that again, but I'm glad I did it.
If I make it to 150.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Yeah, if you really like looking at the moon, it's going to be brilliant coming up next Monday morning. You got to get up really super early, but about like 4 in the morning, it's going to be its fullest because there's this eclipse that's coming through, the lunar eclipse.
Fun. Okay.
Yeah, so if you're into eclipse and you like your kids to see that kind of thing, if you want to take pictures or something like that so they can see it later. So the full eclipse is going to be around 4:11 in the morning, where you can see it, and then by the time almost 6 o'clock comes around, it'll be a partial eclipse.
That'd be fun, especially if you homeschool and you get your kids up for their science project or, a science lesson. and make it a little party.
Yeah, so wake them up at 1:30 because
No.
that's when the eclipse starts, and then it'll be going through at 2:30 and 3:30. So every hour it slowly goes into the maximum of the solar, or not solar, but lunar eclipse.
Oh, it takes that long?
Yeah, it's all night long. Starts at 1:30, ends at 6.
Because I remember the that total solar eclipse that we had a few years ago, and it was so quick.
Yeah, it was.
It wasn't that.
The moon takes its time.
I guess so.
The sun is just like,
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
Wow, our healthcare workers have really been through it over the last couple of years. Any way that we can really say we appreciate you, I think we should do it. His morning crew with Rob and Liz.
Well, there's
Radio.
one place that just did that. They specialize in Southwestern and Mexican kind of stuff, nachos, burritos, those kind of dishes.
Yum.
And they gave away $1 million worth of food to nurses and doctors.
That is so cool.
Yeah, I think it's like they're doing a burrito a week or something like that. Is it a burrito a day? Something like that. But they're doing that for nurses and doctors. They couldn't do it for everybody, so it was nominations and stuff like that. But they just did that. I thought that's just so good. My daughter's boyfriend is going to nursing school.
Oh, how awesome.
So that's what he wants to do. And my father-in-law's wife just retired from being a nurse not too long ago.
Well,
yeah.
My daughter's a nurse.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And so
Get her a burrito.
I should. And she loves Mexican food. And so she'd be all over that.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Taylor, I hope that you did sign up for this because you deserve a burrito a day.
Yeah. Oh, she does. She works hard. And especially, she's cooking twins right now. So
That's
she is
true.
really, really exhausted.
Yeah, Liz has 2 more grandbabies on the way.
Woohoo!
Oh, how neat that is.
Wow. This is cool, though, that this company decided to do it. What company?
It's a restaurant.
Just a restaurant?
I'm not going to say who they are.
Oh, you're not.
I don't want to sound like a commercial.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
That's all I'm doing.
Okay, so they're Mexican place,
A Mexican place that has burritos and nachos,
Oh.
and they gave $1 million worth of food to healthcare workers.
Well, thank you for doing that.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
I have friends that really find some really cool things when they go thrifting. I don't have that kind of luck.
It seems like a gift.
It really
Right?
does, to be able to spot, and maybe I'm not as observant. So there's this lady who she's from Texas. She goes into a local Goodwill, and she's just looking around, and I see her as one of these people. She's an antiques dealer, and she spotted something. She's like, oh yeah. She goes over to it, picks it up, lugs it. I mean, it's huge. Lugs it out to her car, drives home with it in the passenger seat. I can almost see her buckling it up. It's a bust. So it's like the shoulders up, kind of a statue.
Okay.
So she's got it all buckled up in her car. She goes home. She gets online. She starts researching. Where is this? Where's this from? She finds out it's like an ancient Roman statue. So she thinks it's worth some money, but then she finds out that it was stolen during World War II. And so she needs to get it back to its rightful owner. She's not really going to make any money out of it or anything because she just needs to get it back.
What'd she pay for it? $5?
I think it was around $35.
$35,
Yes.
and she finds this bit of history.
Right. So she may not get like tangible cash money out of her find, but just knowing that World War II and all the terrible things that happened during World War II, that she's going to be able to get a piece of history back to somebody that it
good for
belongs to.
her.
And I love this. It may take a little time, they say. She had to bring in lawyers and all of this. So her find may end up costing her a little money, but what she's going to get out of it, now that's priceless.
Rob and Liz.
His morning crew.
I don't know if to be nervous or excited, and maybe I'm both right now at this moment because we're getting ready to get a hold of a young person who's going to win one of these grills that we're giving away because we only have 3 more weeks left in this to give away these grills and give away a block party. Lots of grills, 1 block party for the His Radio block party. So it's time to, I guess, wake somebody up.
Yeah, it's a little early. Maybe they're up. Oh, I
Okay.
hope so. Let's see.
We'll see. Hang on. It's ringing. So here we go.
No.
Oh. Hey there, Jessica. It is Rob and Liz at His Radio.
Yes.
Well, I got a question for you. What kind of grill do you like? Would it be like a gas grill or a charcoal grill?
Charcoal.
Why do you like charcoal grills so much?
I've never had a gas grill.
So if you were given a choice right now to use, and you got it for free, to use gas or charcoal, which one would you choose?
A gas.
Well, then it's yours. You get a gas grill right now. Jessica, congratulations. You just won.
Okay.
Who are you going to have over? I have so many questions. Who are you going to have over to grill out with?
I don't know.
What do you make first on the grill?
Hamburgers.
Oh, everybody woke up.
Who are you with? I got to ask, who are you with?
I'm in adult daycare.
That is so sweet that you do that.
Well, you take care of those puppies today, all right, Jessica?
Okay.